Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Judy the Foodie. Today I'm going to be sharing a couple of tips about grocery shopping. I know for most, grocery shopping isn't an enjoyable experience, but you gotta do what you gotta do and it must be done. I wanted to put out a little disclaimer that I'm still figuring it out. I'm 20 years old, I'm a college student. I think I have a good handle of things now, but I'm learning new things every single day about grocery shopping and what I can do better. We are going to start off with my favorite grocery store. It's very common and very popular. It is called Trader Joe's. The love I have for this place, oh my gosh. Trader Joe's can be very distracting because everything looks so beautiful and well packaged and healthy and all the good things. So, to keep myself from spending too much money, I come with recipes in mind. By doing this, I not only stay in my budget, but I also use up what I purchase. When it comes to Trader Joe's, everything is so fresh, meaning that the expiration date is within that week or the next. So if you buy a bunch of groceries but don't know what to do with them, majority of them will expire. When I first came to college, I didn't go to Trader Joe's too much. My dad did all the grocery shopping growing up. So I just assumed Trader Joe's was super expensive, but it's actually not. I mean, of course you can get carried away. I've gotten carried away too many times, but most of the stuff there is around $3.99. Of course, some of the stuff will step out of that range, but that's because it's good quality. For instance, olive oil. Sometimes it can be pretty expensive there, but that's because it's the good stuff. Now, here's a list of things that I regularly buy from Trader Joe's. The first would be vegetables. Avocados are getting so expensive these days. I just started grocery shopping every week independently, I'd say in 2020. So avocados have always been expensive for me. I'm guessing they've always been expensive, but not this high. Like, oh my gosh, sometimes it's outrageous. I like to get avocados from Trader Joe's. There's so many varieties over there, but I like to get a small bag of avocados. Now, here's the trick with these puppies. When you get a bag of avocados, I'm saying like around 5-6 avocados, right? Here's what I do. Let's say majority of them are hard right now. Leave them out. And then if you want avocado toast or something with avocado the next day, put an avocado in a brown paper bag with bananas. I'm not joking. This isn't a little prank. By putting the avocados in an enclosed brown paper bag, the chemicals of the ripe bananas will be trapped in the bag with the avocados, making them ripen much faster than they would just sitting out. Now that you've done that with 1 or 2 avocados, you have the rest. Leave them out until they're a day before perfect and stick the rest in the fridge. Then, whenever you're in the mood for an avocado, it's perfectly ripe and ready for you to eat. The other veggies I like to purchase from Trader Joe's are Brussels sprouts and kale. I really like getting kale from Trader Joe's because it is pretty cheap. It's normally like $1.99. It's triple washed. They washed those up. They are clean and ready to go. Kale can be used in so many recipes. One thing that you can do with kale if it's getting pretty close to the expiration date, freeze it and then just pack them into your smoothies. There should be no little leaf of kale to waste when you buy a bag for $1.99. Like, you can't get better than that. Not to mention all the nutrients you can get from eating kale. Some of the things that Trader Joe's is most known for is their unique dips and salad dressings. The nice thing about Trader Joe's is that most of it is fresh, like I said before, and it is strictly for Trader Joe's. They don't sell these sauces and all that good stuff anywhere else. And I think that's what motivates people to come to Trader Joe's. They also have lots of fun drinks and alternative milks. They have every alternative milk that you can think of. The next is their frozen food section is spectacular. I said it. They have so many options to choose from, and I feel good eating it. It's not a mashed potato TV dinner. You know what I'm talking about? This is the good stuff. One of my must-haves from the frozen food section would be their scallion pancakes. The last thing I will talk about Trader Joe's is their red curry noodles. I love these things. Oh my gosh. They're so delicious. They're like 3 steps up from ramen, but they're even quicker to make. All you have to do is heat it up for a minute and a half, stir, and then put it in for another 30 seconds. Boom, you're done. Lastly, the atmosphere of Trader Joe's is just great. Like I said before, everything is just beautiful. All the packaging is just so pretty. The employees are always super nice, and the flowers that they have for sale are displayed beautifully. And they're also cheap too, which is just so tempting. The next grocery store I will be discussing is Grocery Outlet. I know what you're thinking, but do not sleep on Grocery Outlet. This place is so good. Do not be fooled. Grocery Outlet does have name brands. Maybe they will be the same price as they are in normal grocery stores, or maybe it is pretty cheap, but they do expire within that week. But weren't you going to use it up that week anyways? One of the first things I check out is their meat section. I always keep an eye out for their seasoned taco meat. Typically, they have 1 or 2 options every week that changes throughout the month. I really like their seasoned al pastor, and when I buy that, I typically grab a white onion and a lime and make tacos, which the whole container typically lasts me 2 solid meals, like 3 tacos full of meat. My next go-to, I have gotten every single time that I've gone to Grocery Outlet since 2020. Yeah, since 2020. I get this every single time unless I already have it at home. Brie cheese. What college student can say that they have brie cheese in their fridge at all times? I typically use brie in my sandwiches that I mentioned in the picnic episode. Next is protein cereal. Cereal is popular for a reason. It's super quick. All you gotta do is put some milk or alternative milk in a bowl, and there you go. But what I'm talking about is protein cereal. Cereal that actually fills me up and is a full meal. Now, here's the thing about Grocery Outlet. Some of their stuff, like the brie cheese, will be there forever. But other things, like certain protein cereal brands or flavors, will be there for a day and be gone the next, and will never come back. Another one of their unpredictable items is plant-based energy drinks. I really like them. I'm not a Red Bull girl anymore. That stuff tends to be too sugary and makes me feel gross after drinking it. But plant-based energy drinks actually give me the energy that I want while feeling good. And there's a lot of unique flavors too. One of the things Grocery Outlet is known for is their big quantities. That's why most of their stuff can be sold at a cheaper price, is because you're buying a bunch of it. The last grocery store that I will be discussing is Safeway. My trips to Safeway tend to be pretty short because Safeway can add up at times, even with a rewards card. Pretty much the only reason why I go to Safeway is for their fresh bagels. What you can do is you can go to the bakery section of your Safeway, then check the dates of the bagels, because they will put out bagels that got packaged 2 days before and will expire the next. Reach in, search for one that was packaged this morning that will be the best consistency. Here is how you can make your bagels last. Of course, when you get home, take a bagel out, eat the bagel, do whatever you want, but then leave your bagels zip tied up in its packaging, unless, of course, you're grabbing a bagel to eat. Leave it in that until the day before its expiration date. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your bagels in the fridge. This way, they will last as long as you want them to. If you leave them out on your counter, even if you still have it zip tied up, a day or two after the expiration, they're just going to start molding and there's just nothing you can do to stop it. Unless you put them in the fridge the day before the sell-by date. Along with these bagels, I splurge on cream cheese at Safeway. I like to get the Philadelphia brand with different flavors pertaining to the flavor of bagel that they have out that day. For instance, if it's just plain bagels, I like to get strawberry cream cheese. If it's everything bagels, I like to get jalapeno cream cheese. You see what I'm saying? Another thing that I look for on my quick pit stops at Safeway is just particular items that I could not get at grocery outlet. Like I mentioned before, grocery outlet can be pretty unpredictable, and when I have a recipe in mind and already bought half the ingredients for it, I want to continue on my plan to make the recipe so I get the rest at Safeway. Last but not least, I get sushi. Yes, grocery store sushi is not as good as the real thing, but I like to reward myself after spending an hour or two grocery shopping. Not to mention their poke bowls. They're pretty good. For all of the Western students listening, Trader Joe's is located in Salem and in Corvallis. Grocery Outlet currently is located in Dallas and will be in Monmouth in the near future. And Safeway is right next to the grocery outlet in Dallas. My biggest tip that relates to any grocery store is come with a list in your phone or on a notepad that you bring to the grocery store with you. This way you can leave with the items that you came to the store for without forgetting. I really hope this episode helped you out when it comes to grocery shopping inspiration. My biggest takeaway I want you guys to get from this is to plan meals before going to the grocery store. Not necessarily writing it down, but just have it in your head and then go. Thanks for listening to another episode of Judy the Foodie, and I promise there'll be another episode up next week.